and today we have a very good session, or other than we can say that हम लोग पिछले कई टाइम से एक बहुत ही बड़ा स्किल डेवलपमेंट का एक सेशन हम लोगों ने शुरू किया है, उसके पीछे वर्क कर रहे हैं. So me myself Bhumika Virani welcome all of you on behalf of Ahmedabad branch of ICAI. And today we have a session. Skill development is a very wide scope. And in this skill development, हम लोगों ने skill development को different areas में divide किया. तो उसमें से वन ऑफ द बेस्ट, और जिसको हम ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि वन ऑफ द ग्रेट जो उसका मतलब सेक्टर है, ऐसा बोल सकते हैं कि जिसकी जरूरत अभी हमको है, वैसा एक सेक्टर था डिजिटल मीडिया, डिजिटलाइजेशन. तो स्किल डेवलपमेंट में वी हैव कवरिंग ड्राफ्टिंग, वी हैव कवरिंग डॉक्यूमेंटेशन, वी हैव कवरिंग इंटरपर्सनल स्किल, वी हैव कवरिंग ग्रूमिंग, एंड उसमें से एक सेशन ये रखा कि वी हैव कवरिंग दिस आज का सेशन जो है डिजिटल को लेके हम लोग कुछ सीखने वाले हैं. डिजिटलाइजेशन ऐसे तो पहले से बहुत जरूरी था और रहा है, but since this corona or this pandemic, digitalization is much necessary in all the sectors, whether it is a corporate or whether it is a non-corporate organization. Digitalization even housewife भी हो तो उसको भी कहीं ना कहीं सीखना पड़ा है. सारे लेक्चर्स, सारी स्कूल्स वगैरह सब कुछ ऑनलाइन हो गया है. अभी तो ऐसा हो गया है कि स्टूडेंट्स ऐसा बोलते हैं कि हमको ऑनलाइन ही सीखना है. तो फॉर दिस ऑनलाइन सेशन आल्सो ईच टीचर्स, ईच प्रिंसिपल, ईच एम्प्लॉई हैव टू बी कनेक्टेड विथ दिस डिजिटलाइजेशन. उसको भी ये सीखना पड़ा है. तो उसके लिए आज का हमने ये सेशन है वो स्पेशली ड्राफ्ट किया. टुडे वी आर कवरिंग मतलब टू टाइप ऑफ दिस सेशन. दो टाइप में हमने उसको डिवाइड किया है. वन सेशन है विच इज कवरिंग गूगल कैलेंडर, एंड वन सेशन विच इज कवरिंग अ टास्क मैनेजमेंट, हाउ टू मैनेज योर टास्क इन योर डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज. And Google Calendar में how to manage your Google Calendar according to your plans. So for the first session, we have a very young and dynamic personality. पहला सेशन हमारा रहेगा Google Calendar को लेके. वो graduated in diploma in digital marketing and have more than 3 years of experience in managing project and it's a digital process. यंग एंड डायनामिक पर्सनालिटी आज हमको गूगल कैलेंडर के बारे में कुछ सिखाने जा रही है. एंड नाउ शी इज एसोसिएटेड विथ वन leading in the Gujarat, one company name is Solution Analysis Private Limited, a leading IT company in Gujarat. So she is working with this company right now and having a good command on this subject. So on behalf of Ahmedabad branch of ICAI, we all welcome you, मुस्कान कोठारी. तो आज हमारे साथ है मुस्कान कोठारी, जो हमको गूगल कैलेंडर के बारे में उसके एक्सपीरियंस, उसकी जो टेक्नोलॉजी है वो हमारे साथ शेयर करेंगी. तो हम लोग वेलकम करते हैं मुस्कान कोठारी जी को.
हेलो, हाय.
हेलो मैम.
Hi ma'am. What is clearly audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible both.
Okay. Hi everyone present here. Hi, good morning everyone present here. This is Muskan Kothari. So before I go further, first I would like to thank Mr. C.A. Harit Dhaliwal, the chairman of ICAI Ahmedabad branch, and Mr. Tanvi Choksi and all the committee members of ICAI branch for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I will try my best to ensure that you understand the whole Google Calendar and under the topic of skill development series. So I think this is a great series you guys have come up with to encourage everyone to know about the different sectors and different segments, skill segments, and everything. So I would like to present my screen.
And to everyone, I would like to tell you कि ऐसा हमने सेशन में ऐसे प्लान किया है कि मैम आपको वर्चुअली सब एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. आफ्टर दैट उनके हिसाब से उनको जो भी बताना है वो बताएंगे. एंड आफ्टर दैट 10-15 minutes we have some questionnaires. If you have, तो आप क्वेश्चंस अपने चैट बॉक्स में डाल सकते हो एंड मैम विल रिप्लाई टू यू. एंड now the digital stage is yours, ma'am, and you can take the session.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir. Yes, visible.
Okay. Yeah. So first, before I start, I would like to tell you that what are the agendas we discuss today. Just a minute. Yeah. So today I'm going to present you about how Google Calendar will help you to manage your day-to-day work, manage your day-to-day tasks and day-to-day events of your life. So the today agenda I would like to discuss is the role of Google in our day-to-day life. What is Google Calendar? How Google Calendar will help you to manage your day-to-day activities, the features and the understanding of Google Calendar. And after this presentation, I will also give you a trial of Google Calendar that how this can be a useful tool for you to manage your day-to-day activities. So starting with, as we all know that Google has become one of the most important part of the day-to-day, this. Yeah. So as you all know that Google has become one of the most important part of our day-to-day activities, starting with the Google News, where a morning when we take the phone in our hand, we can see all the news we are updated with all the recent news. Then the Google Calendar, which will show you all the activities, like all the daily tasks or all the daily events you have scheduled in a total month or in a total day and whatsoever. Then we have the maps for direction, Gmail for all the emails and attachments. We also use Google Photos for saving all the data and documents. We also have a Google Meet for the virtual meetings where you can add up to 100 participants and you can have a Google virtual meet also. And a YouTube video where every age group is enjoying watching YouTube from entertainment purpose to visual content. Google almost covers everything. So I guess Google has become one of the most integrated part of our day-to-day life and of our day-to-day activities. So today I would like to present you that what is Google Calendar. So Kevin Fox originally designed the Google Calendar user interface. On April 2006, it has become available in the beta release, and in July 2009, they generally released on the web and mobile apps for the Android and iOS platform. So when I say Google Calendar, the first thing that comes to your mind is the normal calendar, where you can assign tasks, you can keep the daily reminders and everything. But it is not just a simple calendar. It comes up with a varied features and varied things which you can use in your daily routine and in your day-to-day activities. Yeah. So and it is also a free internet tool that lets you keep track of your events and share your calendars with others. So Google also have an option of sharing your own calendar with some other person in a professional as well as in a personal life.
Yeah. Ma'am.
Yeah.
Your voice is not properly clear. थोड़ा ब्रेक होके वॉइस आ रहा है.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
Now is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yeah. And then am I clearly audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So now I would like to how Google Calendar will help you. Like it assign your own task. So this assignment of task means suppose suppose you are using Google Calendar in your work life. So by assigning the task to yourself, you suppose in the morning I assign 10 tasks to myself, so that you don't need to remember everything, that what are my today tasks. Google Calendar will automatically send you the reminders for every task, and it will also show you that this tasks are due by this time and this dates. It also helps you scheduling the events. For an example, if we take an example of this webinar only, the Google Calendar also, suppose you have a webinar in some other day in upcoming month or in upcoming future, then also you can schedule an event right now also, and you can also share this event with your team members, with your subordinate, with your colleagues, with whomever you want to share this particular event. And it also have a time clock where, if there is an event handling internationally, so it also gives you the option of the different time zone of the different companies, different countries, so you can allocate the time of the meeting accordingly. And as in total, I would like to say that Google Calendar will help you managing your time better, and it won't skip any event. So you will get a daily reminders with what the frequency you select and everything. So I would like to show you everything in a proper form later. Now, what are the reasons you should use the Google Calendar? So first of all, it will help you share your schedule. Suppose you are using Google Calendar in your professional life, and you have a manager or an assistant manager or whatever, or whoever who is working with you. So you have a tight schedule for a day. So if you share your calendars with your colleague or with your manager, and if they want to schedule a meeting for yourself, so by sharing the calendars with them, they can come to know, okay, you are free at what time and what time you will be free. So they can set a meeting accordingly with the other clients. So like this, you can share your schedule. So your team members, your family members, whoever with whom you are sharing the schedule can see your whole the events and the whole timeline. Then you will get a Google Calendar on the go. So Google Calendar is available on iOS, is available on Android, is available on mobile as well as web. So wherever you are, you can see the whole Google Calendar. You can have access to all your events, and it never forget an event again. So what happens when you create an event in Google Calendar? It will automatically give you the reminders prior 30 minutes. If you don't set any reminder customizing or manually, then also Google Calendar will give you a reminder before prior 30 minutes. So automatically you will come to know, okay, I have this event scheduled post 30 minutes regarding this thing. Yeah. So, and while creating the event also, suppose you want to share an event with your team members or with anyone you want to share the events. So we also have option of sending the events via invitation, and the opposite party will also have a yes, no, or maybe. Suppose I have received an invitation of any particular event which has to be there on Monday or Tuesday. So I have an option of select yes, no, or maybe. So if I select yes, the organizer will receive a mail that this person has selected yes. So they will come to know your availability for the event. So like that, you can track all your events, and you can send invitation, and you can track the RSVPs through Google Calendars. And Google Calendar also have an offline integration. Like Google Calendars have many integration with different apps. So for an example, if you book a show on Book My Show, then you will that is automatically synced with the Google Calendar. So if you have book a show in Book My Show, it will automatically be seen on your Google Calendar also. So like that, Google Calendars has many integration also, and this will also help you work offline. Suppose you are working somewhere offline and you have synced it with with the desktop application, then also you will receive the notification if the event is due by that time. So like that, there are many reasons to use a Google Calendar to organize your day-to-day work and organize your day-to-day events and the task in a proper way and in a proper schedule. Next, I would like to discuss what are the Google Calendars features. So, firstly, share your calendars with others. So, you can share your calendars with others, and you can also give them the right. Suppose that you want to share that calendar as an edit option, or as just a viewing option. Suppose I want to share my calendar with my manager, so I can give them the right to, you know, edit. I can give them the right to edit also. So if there is one event in between, so my manager can add an event in my Google Calendar and I will receive a notification. But suppose I am sharing my calendar with, you know, with someone who just, with whom I just want them to view the whole event, then I can also do that via Google Calendar. So you guys can also do that via Google Calendar. And Google Calendars can be private or public. If you choose the event to be a public event, then it will be shown to everyone. And if you choose the event to be a private event, then it will be shown to you only. And Google Calendar also have an option of busy or free. Suppose you have scheduled an event and then you have option to define that you are free that time or you are busy that time. So this all features Google Calendar offers. Then we also have an option of a Google Conference Meet. So whenever you will be creating the event, there will be a below option of the Google Conference Meet. The moment you will select that, there will be automatically conference meet made, and it will be sent to the team members or to the people with whom you are sharing your calendars as a Google Conference Meet. And it also have an option of create a appointment slots and allow others to sign up for the same. And you will, as Google Calendar also, suppose you don't want a reminder like a notification, but you want a reminder via a email, like via email you want a reminder. So Google Calendar also have an option of, you know, reminding you about the events and everything via email. You can organize your personal task as well as your professional task from Google Calendars. So these are all the these are all the features which are available on the Google Calendars. Now I would like to show you that, as you know, the Google Calendar was developed in 2009. Well, no one is perfect, nor Google. So after a general release in 2009, they have come up with the various updated features, where features for Google Calendar, in which there some were very highly praised feature, and some were highly criticized features. So in 2015, as the reminder was very, you know, highly praised feature, Google has come up with it, because what happens is, suppose you have set a reminder in your Google Calendar, okay, and no one will be going to the Google Calendar and seeing that when I have an event. So Google Calendar has come up with a reminder where you can set a reminder 30 minutes prior the event. You can also add a customized reminder. Suppose you want a reminder every 10 minutes or every hour, or whatever the frequency you want to select. So Google Calendar has the option of that also, where you can customize the reminders frequency. And the Google also added in 2016. Google also added a smart suggestion, which is available only on mobile apps. The smart suggestion recommend the titles of the event as well as the location and the contact. And as a smart suggestion, Google has added holidays calendar for 54 new countries, and it is adding up to total of I guess approximately 143 country specific holiday events. So like that, Google has come up with a smart suggestion in 2016. Google has also come up with a goal. So what does this goals mean? In April 2016, Google added a goal feature. So goals are the user wishes to complete. You know, when you can, in your mobile application, you can set a goal that this is the goal, my event should get complete, or whatever it is. So Google has also come up with the activities the user wish to complete, and it was expanded in January 2019 with the Google Feed and the health to keep the progress of the whole goal activities. And later the Google has also come up with the support updated in iOS. So what is the iOS app was updated to the features to the features to support for the iPad, and it was again updated in July to add the widget in it. So like that, Google is because every app you see is expanding with the coming features, with the upcoming data and everything. So Google has also updated his Google Calendar drastically in the coming period of time. And in 2017, they also added a family calendars, where you can share your calendar with your family also. So your family, and it will be visible in the family calendar option. So like that, Google has come up with the many updates throughout the upcoming future. Now here I will share you a presentation where you will come to know that how to use the Google Calendar. So first of all, you have to go to www.gmail.com and you have to create your own account. There, after creating the account, there you have to set the password. And after you have created the account, there will be these three dots you can see on the right hand side top on the on your Chrome page. So there will be all the apps supported by Google. There you have to go to the calendar feature. So now what will be the learning objective for you in the whole upcoming presentation? So here I would like to share that how you can understand the Google Calendar interface, their layout and everything. You can also learn about scheduling meetings, event and managing the attendance. You will also understand how to set up an event, how to set up an calendar. And Google has also an option. Suppose the drag and drop option where you can suppose today there was an event which got postponed, so you can directly drag and drop to the other time and other date. So to access, to have the access of Google Calendar, one thing is important, which is a Gmail account. Now this is how the Google Calendar dashboard will look. You can customize the dashboard as per your wish. You can have a monthly dashboard. You can also have a weekly dashboard. You can also have a daily dashboard. Whatever dashboard you want to have a look, you can have a look of it in a Google Calendar. And after this presentation, I'll also give you a trial that how you can do that. To change the calendar view, as I said that you have an option there on the right hand side top where you will have a monthly, daily, weekly, like that. You can filter what view you want to have in a Google Calendar. Then to create an event, what you have to do is you have to what time you have to select. You have to click on that specific time, and automatically this pop-up will appear, which you can see on the screen. So this pop-up will appear where you will add a title for the event. You will add a if you want to add the guest, then you can add the guest. You will add the time that, and we also have option of repeating a recurring event. For an example, suppose there is a workout session. I want to for an example, I want to have a schedule of a workout session morning 10 to 9. Morning 8 to 9. So I can schedule that in my day. I will set the frequency daily and I'll set the timing. So every day morning 8 to 9, I can have that event and I will receive a notification with the frequency I will select in that particular calendar. Then Google Calendar also have an option of location and everything, which you can add for which you can add a location, and you can share this location with your colleagues or with your subordinate or with whomever you want to share this particular calendar. Now, after creating the event, suppose there is some edit you want to make. Suppose you forget to add one person in that event. So after that, you can also go to the edit option, like a pen you can see on the screen. You can go to the edit option, and there you can edit or add anything which you want to add additional. So you can from the Google Calendar, and you can also add the guest name. To invite a guest, you just need to enter the Gmail ID or the email ID of that particular team member or particular person with whom you want to share this event, and you can add them as a guest. And like that, you can also create as I already mentioned, you can also create a Google Meet video conference where you can add where you can add a Google Conference Meet, and you can share this with your team members. Then we also have the option of, suppose you want to print your whole Google Calendar. You want to print in a weekly wise or in a monthly wise. You want to have a print in your handy print of all the events you have in a particular month or in a particular day. Then you can also print the Google Calendar. And then if you want to print a monthly calendar, go to the main dashboard and click on to the setting and then click on print. So and that you can print your calendar. And you can also have a customized print, like you want, suppose you want 5 days calendar or a 10 days calendar. Like that, you can also customize what print you want to have as a calendar view. Now, Google also have an option, and the Google Calendar also have an option of adding the colors for that particular event. So what happens? By adding the colors, you can bifurcate it between the different tasks or between the different events, so that you won't get confused. So you can add your customized colors if you want to share the calendar, go to the main dashboard, and you can also share it, and you can also add personalized colors to your Google Calendar. And here you can also add the calendar. Suppose I want, you can have the access to your friend's calendar also. As I already mentioned that you have a calendar and you want to share that calendar with your friend or with your manager or whatever. So you have to go to this add calendar option, and then there you have to enter the email ID with whom you want to share your Google Calendar. And the moment they will accept it, you can share your calendar with them. And there is no limitation on how many calendars you can create. You can create as many as calendars you want in Google Calendar according to your wish. You can have a, you can have a professional calendar, you can have a personal calendar. Like that, you can have as many as calendars you want. And to change the destiny and the color of your calendar, you just have to go to the setting and you just have to click on the destiny and the color, and from that you can make the desired density and the color, and from there you can make the desired changes. And to add it, you can also, rather than adding the events, Google Calendar also offer an option to add a task. So that this task, you won't share it with anyone else. This task will be your personal task, your professional task, as well as your individual personal task. Suppose, I have 10 tasks to be listed in a day. So instead of, remembering all the tasks, I can go to the add task option, and I just want to click, I just want to enter the task detail, the task name, and a little bit description about the task and the time and the date of that particular task. So like that, you can add a task also. And Google Calendar also have the option of, earlier in the presentation, as I told, that we also, Google Calendar also have an option of add-ons where you can integrate it with the different application, so that if you integrate it with different application, if there is any event there, it will be shown automatically in the Google Calendar. So here we are done with the presentation of the Google Calendar. Now I would like to share you the screen by, and I would like to give you a trial of how to add an event and how to keep, share the event with the team members and everything. So here I have a new hack for you. If you don't want to go to these 3 buttons and you have to go to the calendar, you can directly type cal.new. The moment you type cal.new and the moment you type enter, automatically the event page will be shown. So this is a very nice hack. You can use it on your day-to-day basis. Now, suppose you want to add a event for that. For an example, I am adding the event webinar. Now from here you can also select the time and date for for that particular event. I wanted it 3 to 4, and you can also select if you want this to be an all-day event, and if you don't want this to be an all-day event, then you can also select on you can also customize that when you want this event to be repeated. So you want it to be repeat every week or every month. So for an example, I select every year I want this this webinar to be repeat. So I'll select on, and I'll select a date with that on every 14th of August. Every time when you want this, Google Calendar, this event to be recur. So I can directly select the time and the date when I want this particular event. Now we also have an option of adding a Google video conference meet. Where the moment you click on this, you will automatically a link will be created, and from here you can share this with your team members. Suppose I am sharing this with you just have to type the email ID with whom you want to share this particular event, and you can add as many as event, up to 100 participants. You can add this particular event. And Google Calendar also have an option of location. So because of the COVID, we are not having any offline, offline conference meet or anything like that. But suppose in future, if you have a offline meet, then you can also add a location of that particular event. So automatically, when you will be sharing this event with your team, with your friends or with your families or anyone in your society, you can directly add the location. So they will also receive that that notification of the location. So they will, you don't need to share the location differently. Then, as I already told you that you will receive the notification of this Google Calendar of this particular event as you want. Suppose I want a notification before every hour. So the moment I want this notification prior 1 hour. So suppose the meet is on 2 o'clock, so I want a notification at 1 o'clock. And you can also select that you want a notification or you want an email. So the moment I select email, I'll receive an email in my mail ID, and I have the option of which I already mentioned, yes, no, or maybe. So that if you are attending that event, you can select yes, and if you are not attending the event, you can select no. So like that. And now, of course, this every meet or everything like that has an agenda to be followed. So what you can do is you can go to the description and you can write any particular agenda which you're gonna discuss in this webinar. Suppose we are discussing about the Google Calendar. So I can write a message Google Calendar. And if there is any file or document I want to attach with this particular event, I can directly attach it from here, from this paper bell icon, and I can directly attach it from here. So this is how you can also attach and the moment you save it. And here we also have an option. Google also asks that if you want to share this particular event with your team members, do you want them a mail invitation to be sent to your to the people who have been added in this particular event? The moment you will click on send, a mail will be there to the team members that that this is the event and this is the time and this is the location you have selected. And you can see this particular event here like this. So this is how you will have a whole Google Calendar view. You can have a weekly Google Calendar like that. You can also have a yearly Google Calendar, and you can also have a monthly Google Calendar. So like that. And as I already mentioned, that you will be having all the holidays which you are, which are the upcoming holidays. That also you can see on the Google Calendar by default. So these are all the features you have in the Google Calendar. Then we also have an option of advanced calendar search. Do you know that there is a search feature in Google Calendar which would be helpful for you if you if you have a lot of events in throughout the month and throughout the day. So the moment suppose I click on webinar, which I have created right now. So the moment I'll search it, automatically that event will appear here, that you can search as many as event you have in that particular month or in that particular day. And here you can also have the total calendar view, and from here you will have the events calendar view. And here I want to see, I also want to see all my tasks. So on the right hand side here there is an option of task. So as I already mentioned, that you can have the task for yourself, like for my personal use. You can share the events with your team member, but you can't share your task with your team member. I want to add a task. So what I will do is I'll type a title test, and I want to have a basic details. Yeah, so I can also enter the basic details, and I can also select the time and date when I want this task to be appear on 15, and I can also set the timing that 2 o'clock PM I want this task to appear on my dashboard. So what will happen the moment I'll click on the time and the moment I select OK, then this task will be automatically there on my Google Calendar. So like that, you can assign the task to yourself for your personal use so that you don't need to remember all your tasks throughout the day. So like this, we have all these feature in the Google Calendar, and on the left hand side, you can see all the calendars which you have. And if there is a person who has shared this Google, you have the if anyone is sharing any Google Calendar, then also you can see that on the left hand side that all the holidays in India can be shown here, and like that you can customize what all you want to see. And if there is and if you want to share your calendar with someone else, you can share it with other also, and you can add the others calendars also in your Google Calendar. So like this, you can have the whole Google Calendar, and you can use it in the day-to-day basis. And you can also search the calendar of your of the people with whom you have shared the calendar of the people who have shared their calendar with yourself. Then also you can share those particular calendars here from the Google search option. So here, ma'am, I would like to end my session of the Google Calendar, where you can have your day-to-day activities, and here you can you will be notified about all the calendars. And I guess to manage your day-to-day activities and to manage your day-to-day tasks, there should be a proper digitalized platform, right, to manage so that you don't miss any event or you don't miss any task. So I think this can be a very useful tool for you to manage your day-to-day activities in your particular personal life. So, ma'am, thank you so much for this opportunity. I would like to end my session here. And if anyone is having any doubt, any questions or something, they can raise their questions.
Hello everyone. If anyone from participants having doubts regarding the Google Calendar, you can ask in the chat box. And actually session का timing हमारा है 11 to 1, but Google Calendar का जो session है उसमें timing इतना नहीं जाता है. So after this questionnaires, अगर आपको कोई question है, after this questionnaire we can import schedules from Excel. हाँ, मुस्कान मैम आप है ना चैट बॉक्स में देखिए, अगर किसी को क्वेश्चंस है तो वो लोग पूछ रहे हैं. किसी ने पूछा है कैन वी इंपोर्ट अ शेड्यूल फ्रॉम एक्सेल एंड हाउ समवन विल एक्सेप्ट द टास्क, काइंडली शो द सेम ऑन द लाइव सेशन.
Just a minute, I'm just checking all the chats. Just a minute, give me a minute.
एंड आफ्टर कंप्लीशन ऑफ दिस सेशन तुरंत हम लोग टास्क मैनेजमेंट का सेशन शुरू करेंगे. सो आपका सेशन दोनों साथ में ही कंप्लीट हो जाए. सो ये क्वेश्चनरीज के बाद वी विल हैव सम अनदर यंग डायनामिक फैकल्टी फॉर दिस टास्क मैनेजमेंट सेशन आल्सो.
Just a minute. I'm replying to all the questions on the chat itself. How to do that.
मुस्कान आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Hello. I'll just see all the questions in the chat option, and I will reply on the screen itself.
Reply on?
On the screen, I'll share. My screen is shared, so I'll show you all the questions in the screen itself.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first question is, can you? Okay. So the first question is, can we import schedules from Excel? Yeah. So here you can see the setting menu. So here, the moment you go to the setting menu, here we have an option of import and export. So the moment you click on import, you can select the file from your computer, the Excel sheet from your computer, and there you can import all the schedules from your Excel sheet. And how someone will accept the task, kindly show the same on, kindly show the same. So the tasks are for the personal use. This task will be for your personal use. So you won't be sharing this task with anybody else. So no one can accept the task. Kapil sir. You can share the event. You can share the event with someone else, but you can't share the task with someone else.
Okay.
Okay.
Please note down, you can share the event, but not share the task.
Okay.
Tasks are just for the personal use or for your personal task. You can schedule all your personal tasks here, but you can't share your personal task with anybody else. But you can share the events. At the moment you click on that particular date, you can share that events with your team members, and they can accept the event invitation.
Okay, anyone have any doubts in this Google Calendar? Okay, fine. Okay. Thank you so much, Muskan, for delivering this wonderful session.
Thank you so much. It was a great opportunity for me to share my skills and share my knowledge with you all. And I'm really looking forward that you guys will start using the Google Calendar to maintain your day-to-day activities and maintain your day-to-day tasks.
Exactly. While you are describing this utility of this starting to use this Google Calendar, and if they all become the punctual in this in their work, तो शायद हम लोग कुछ ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिव वर्क कर पाएंगे इन
Exactly.
टाइम, बिकॉज क्या होता है कि टाइम हमारा कंस्ट्रेंट है कि हम लोग पूरा दिन 12 आवर्स 15 आवर्स काम नहीं कर पाते हैं, बट उसकी जगह पे हमको ये करना चाहिए कि हम लोग ये कैलेंडर का यूटिलाइजेशन करके जितना टाइम सब याद रखने में करते हैं उतना टाइम हम लोग कुछ प्रोडक्टिव वर्क के लिए यूटिलाइज करें, तो दिस इज द बेटर सॉल्यूशन. तो होप दिस सेशन विल वर्थ टू ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट्स, एंड आप लोग ये गूगल कैलेंडर को यूज नहीं करते होंगे तो करना चालू करो, एंड अगर करते हो देन दिस सेशन विल बी हेल्पफुल टू एफिशिएंट यूज ऑफ दिस गूगल कैलेंडर, इतना तो मैं श्योर हूँ. एंड मुस्कान जी, आपने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से गूगल कैलेंडर को समझाया, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you so much.
On behalf of Ahmedabad branch of ICAI, हम आपका थैंक यू बोलना चाहते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच, एंड वी विल मीट सून अगेन ऐसे ही कुछ डिजिटलाइज्ड कंसेप्ट के साथ. थैंक यू सो
Yeah,
मच.
sure. Yes, sure. Yeah, thank you.
पार्टिसिपेंट सब आप मेरे साथ कनेक्टेड रहिए. फॉर द नेक्स्ट सेशन वी हैव अगेन वेरी गुड यंग डायनेमिक पर्सनालिटी. गिव मी 2 minutes, एंड उसके साथ मैं आपको उसका इंट्रोडक्शन देती हूँ, एंड देन वी विल स्टार्ट अवर नेक्स्ट सेशन अगेन. In this skill development, today we have 2 different kind of session. One is a Google Calendar and one is a task management. So for this task management, okay. So now we are moving into our next session. Our next session is a task management. In today day-to-day activities in our personal or in our business or in our corporates, हमको पता है कि टास्क मैनेजमेंट इज अ वेरी क्रिटिकल क्वेश्चंस हमारे लिए, बिकॉज कभी कभार हम कुछ भूल जाते हैं, कभी कभार हम याद तो रखते हैं पर उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करने का हमारे पास टाइम नहीं होता है. किस तरीके से इम्प्लीमेंट करने का, हाउ टू इम्प्लीमेंट, वो हमको कभी कभी पता नहीं चलता है. In corporate, हम लोग many software are currently using for the task management. Like एक simple example ले लेते हैं कि Excel. तो Excel को हम लोग task management के लिए use करते हैं, definitely use करते हैं. But somehow उसके जैसे सब चीज का एक स्ट्रेंथ और एक वीक होता है, हर किसी का एक ड्रॉबैक होता है, वैसे एक्सेल का भी कोई ड्रॉबैक है जिसकी वजह से हम शायद उतना एफिशिएंटली टास्क मैनेजमेंट नहीं कर पाए. कभी कभार टास्क मैनेजमेंट करना रह जाता है, कैसे करने का वो नहीं आता है, दैट्स व्हाई. तो इन दिस पीरियड दिस इज द बेस्ट टॉपिक टू डिस्कस. उसके लिए today we have again a very young and dynamic personality who will explain about the task management, and she is done with MBA and having more than 3 years of experience, and right now she is working with the task management software, और वो टास्क मैनेजमेंट सॉफ्टवेयर का नाम है टास्कोपेड. एंड वो सॉफ्टवेयर के रहते हुए वो हमको ये समझाएंगे कि हाउ टू मैनेज योर टास्क, व्हाई द टास्क मैनेजमेंट इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन द टुडे सिनेरियो. सो ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ ICAI Ahmedabad branch, myself Bhumika Virani, welcome you a young dynamic personality Simran Jain. Simran यहाँ पे ICAI के डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम लोग स्वागत करते हैं, एंड सारे पार्टिसिपेंट का भी मैं स्वागत करती हूँ. प्लीज ऑल वेलकम यू इन दिस वंडरफुल सेशन रिलेटेड टू द टास्क मैनेजमेंट. So now the digital stage is over to you, Simran Jain.
Yeah, hello, hi. Hi, everyone. Am I audible? Yeah, hi, good morning. Hello, good morning, all presented reputed participants. Special thanks to Honorable Mr. C.A. Harit Dariwal, Chairman of ICI Ahmedabad branch, Secretary Ms. Anjali Choksi, and all committee member of ICI Ahmedabad branch to give us this opportunity to deliver session on topic of task management software under skill development series. To thank you all of you, and I'll try to best to explain you how task management can be useful for daily purpose in your organization. So now I would like to present my screen to you. Just let me know whether it is visible or not. Is it visible? Shall I start? Yeah. So first I would like to tell you what task management is all about. Task management is basically a software. Task management is a software where you can assign tasks to your team members. You can track their day-to-day activities going under organization and everything like that. But before I talk about task management software, I would like to tell you why task management software is useful and why it is important. So to run a business in today's dynamic, if you don't have a good task management software, it is very difficult you to manage all activities going on the organization, whether the task gets completed, whether the task is done on time or not. So as you know, only 2.5% of firms are effectively finishing all of their projects on deadlines. Why? Because they are not using task management software and they are not able to prioritize things, and they are not able to have a look whether the task has been completed or not. So with an ever increasing workload, let's take an example of a CA firm. So you guys have a large number of tasks to do, whether it is a GST return filing or IT return filing. So you have to keep a track whether you have completed a GST return filing of every client or not, a IT return filing of every client or not. So to keep a track of all of things together, you might use an Excel sheet, you might use a whiteboard papers, or you might use a notes, or you keep in your mere memory, right? But for this, all of this to take this into consideration, you are setting up yourself for a confusion. So what happens? For this, the productivity gets suffers, the task management is insufficient, the deadlines get missed, and mainly the most significant thing is the revenue suffers, right? So this is why the task management software is useful. But before I define about task management software, I would like to tell you what problems are faced by by not using a task management software, and what are the problems you are facing as of now. So yeah. So the common problems first is a task assignment. So basically, task assignment is a problem where if you are assigning a task, you don't know whether the task has been done on time or not, whether the task has been prioritized on high priority, whether it is done or not. So this is where the task assignment problems, which is a general problem of every organization, whether the task assignment is done properly on time or not. Secondly, let's go to workflow management. So here comes with, I'll explain you with an example. Let's take an example of a auditing thing. So you have auditing, you have to do a client auditing every year on every year basis, right? So here, while doing auditing, there are 15 tasks under that particular workflow management. Like for auditing, you have 15 tasks to do. Once that 15 tasks gets completed, then only the auditing things that task gets completed, right? So this is where the workflow management comes into a picture. If you are assigning a task to your team members, you don't know whether that all 15 tasks has been completed, then should I go for the auditing task? So this is also a common problem where you can manage a workflow management through any other task management software. Thirdly, a productivity tracking, sorry. So basically, you don't know whether the employee doing his work on a time or not, because don't have a productivity tracking. So this is also a problem where if you don't know the employee is sitting idly on your like if he is sitting idly or not. So while using a task management software, you can you can have a look whether the productivity is done on time or not. Next, the problem is macro view of team and project. Here, if you have a board view, like you can have a one screen on your. If you are using maintaining an Excel sheet, or you are doing on a traditional way, you don't have on one screen that where how many tasks has been completed, how many tasks has not been completed, how many projects has been completed by any other team member or not. But this is a common problem which you are facing because you don't have on screen what is going under your organization exactly. Next problem is external project collaboration. So I'll explain you with an example. Let's take an example of a CA firm. So as you are running a CA firm, you might have somewhere you are taking a service from CS firm, right? So if you are taking service from CS firm, this is where the project collaboration comes into a picture, because you need to collaborate with a third party with this. But here you have, there might be our lack of communication, because you need to call to a CS team that whether you did ROC of this particular client, whether you have did this or not. So this is for, by using a task management software, you can decrease this problem of external project collaboration. Next, coming to the part of convenience, working from anywhere. So this is where, let's take an example. If you are in a meeting, or if you are at department, there will be a lot of work you have to do at a department, or there will be a more hustle. So if you want to, if a client is calling to you and they are telling you that I want this work to be done on time, and this all other works. But in between of meeting, you won't call your team member that you have to do this on emergency basis, or on emergency basis you have to do this work of a particular client, or you might somewhere forgot whether the client have called you to do this work. So these are all the common problems which are faced by any of us CA firm owners or any organization. So what cost to this business? Well, if, like, considering all of this point which are faced, general problems which are faced by any of your organization. So what cost to business? Because of lack of communication, because of less coordination, unorganized workflow and collaboration, $37 billion. There's a loss of $37 billion when, according to a study published in INC. And 40% of the people have low team morale and delays in work with pause business. So because of a lack of communication, because of a task not a proper task management workflow, unorganized workflow, you can lose your $37 billion. According to this is a cost to a business if you are not using a task management software. So what is the solution? So a tool that keeps CAs, owners, and every team members in control of their daily works, increase team engagement, and keeps communication transparent and clear, and increase productivity. The best solution is to use a task management tool. So what task management tool make you to understand what is? So first is a task list. So in what do you do in a task list? You have to you can create a multiple task according to yourself. You can set a deadlines. You can assign a task to your team members. So this is where a task list comes into a picture. Let's take an example. If you are assigning a task to your team members and you want him to remind on every 2 days that this task should be completed on a high priority basis. This task should be completed on low priority basis. So you can keep a reminder while assigning a task. So this is where the task list come to a picture. Second, project management. As I told you, if you want to have a project, a joint venture with third party who is not basically into your organization. So this is where the project management will come into a picture. You can have a project collaboration with 2 of the parties, and then you can collaborate and you can have a joint venture together. You can assign tasks to the different people or which is not into your organization. Next, which we have, is a document and attachment. While assigning tasks, if you want to attach some files, attach some documents, you can directly attach any of the spreadsheets, any of the attachment, any of the file extension in a task management software. Also, next we have a chat discussion. So chat discussion is basically where you have, if you want to have a one-to-one chat with within your team members, so you can do within the one software. There is no, you don't need to switch the app to have a chat discussion within your team members. You don't need to use WhatsApp, Skype, or any other thing to have a communication. You can have a communication into one platform. So this is where the task management will help you. Next is deadline tracking. So as I told you, you can set a deadline of any of your tasks. So you will get to know whether the task is completing on a time or not. As I told you, project collaboration, this is something where CS firm, if you want to have a collaboration together, you can directly have it from here. Then we have a reminder, advanced reminder. So as I told you, you can have a reminder. You can make a prior reminder that you have to complete this task on a priority basis or not. So this is where advanced reminder will come into a picture. And dependency tracking. This is where you can have a look of all the tasks together, whether the task is on which status, like it's on pending, it's been completed, it's on bill pending, whatever the status you might have created, you can directly have a tracking of it. Next, why task management software, where you can use your task management software? You can use from your web application as well as from mobile application also. So if you are going on, if you are going for 2 days, if you are not here for 2 days, but there is no, you know, there is no compulsion. If you have want, if you need to take your laptop to for while traveling or something like that, you can easily use it via mobile application also. Next, we have add notes and comments. So this is basically comes into a picture where we have a sticky notes in our laptop, right? So you can have a notes, which, because everything you do is not your work, is not your task. Just to remember anything, you can keep your notes and everything like that. Next is a calendar view, where you can have a calendar view of all the tasks. Let's take an example, a monthly view of a task, a yearly view of a task. So this is where the calendar will come into a picture. So you'll get to know what time, what day I have to work on a particular, like if you have 2 tasks on a particular day and the next day you don't have any task, so you can make a plan accordingly that I don't have task on this next day, so I can plan accordingly. And then lastly, we have a resource management. So here it will be easier to know which team members is overloaded, which team member is not overloaded, because you are assigning a multiple task to a particular team member. How you will get to know if you are assigning, if you are managing through your Excel sheet, or you are managing through your any other, like you are keeping in your near memory or something like that. So you won't get that which team member is overloaded and which team member is not overloaded. So by using a task management software, you can have a track whether the person should be given a task on which day. So you can have a look from here. So let me give you an example. So there are many of the software which are available in the market, that is Trello, ClickUp, Asana, Monday.com, Taskopad. So there are a lot of software which give you many of features. But let's take an example. If I talk about ClickUp, ClickUp is a very useful product for every organization, but they have come up with a lot of features. So let me explain you with an example. Let's take an example of a WhatsApp. So if you are using a WhatsApp, you have a feature of disappearing messages, right? So do you use a disappearing messages once in a month or twice in a month? Do you know about this feature? I would like to ask you a question. Do you know about this feature of disappearing in WhatsApp message?
No.
Yeah, so WhatsApp is coming with a lot of feature which we don't use on a daily basis, right? But we are paying for it, like not for WhatsApp, but talking about Instagram or any other app, if I talk about. So we are not, we are not using that feature, but they are coming with a feature, a lot of feature to make WhatsApp more attractive. So this is what ClickUp has done. So let's talk about Taskopad. Taskopad is basically a software which is light and nimble product. Only those features which have been added are which is useful for every organization. So let me introduce what Taskopad is. Taskopad is basically office management and task management software where you can assign tasks to your team members. You can track their day-to-day activities going on the organization. Also, we have feature of project collaboration where you can collaborate with a third party who's not basically into your organization. Then we also have a DMS, that is document management system. So under one platform, you can store all your documents under one platform with by default folders. You don't need to create every time folders and everything like that. Also, we have a discussion, that is one-to-one chat with your team members, so you can do that also. Then we have a reporting feature where you can generate a report of every task of every individual person or a multiple team members, so you will be having a track for that also. Also a notes feature, which I told you, a sticky notes kind of. So this is what Taskopad offers. So why Taskopad is different from other software which we have in a market? First is it is a Indian based product. So it is based in India only, like in Ahmedabad only. It is very simple to use. You have only those features which are useful to you, and it is very simple. There is no complex on any of the features, how to use and how to. As well as we have a video tutorial in our YouTube, so you can have a look from YouTube also. Next, pay for what you use. So you are paying that much only, which you are using for the in Taskopad features. There are no unnecessary features which you are not using on a daily purposes. So you are paying for what you use. Next is a competitive pricing. So there is taking in a consideration of an Indian place market, we have a very competitive pricing with a free trial also. So this is what Taskopad is different. Then we have in iOS and Android app, we have access of mobile application where you can use in iOS and Android both, and a lifetime support. So we have very strong support policy where we don't have any customer care number or something like that. You can directly call on the number which has been given to you, and you can use our support and training for a lifetime purpose if you are going for the Taskopad. So additional features that won't find anywhere else. So these are the 4 features which any of software which they don't have. First is you can create multiple workspace. If you are running 2 to 3 business simultaneously, you can make multiple organization into that particular Taskopad, and you can differentiate all the tasks and the discussion or a project going under organization. Nextly, a Kanban board view. Board view is basically where you can have a grid view of all the tasks under one roof. So you can create multiple boards view. Third is a chat and discussion with individuals, teams, and a task, or with the outsider party. So you can have a chats and discussion with that also. And collaborate with external stakeholders. Just for an example, as I told you that if you are taking a service from the CS firm, so you can have a collaboration with your stakeholders also. These are the additional features that won't find anywhere. Our individual and team document management system. You can have your internal documents into that particular Taskopad dash in DMS document management system, as well as you can share it with another team members also, whomsoever you want to share it. And as I told you, this is a light and nimble product. So whatever the features we wanted to add, like just the features which are client by a client purpose, we have added that features also. No additional features which can be which are not necessary. We have added only those features which can be useful to every client. So these are the features planned within 2 months. Multiple reporting with graphical analytics, a new task page design, customized field where you can make a customized field. Let's take an example. If you want to make a customized field in a task, whether this task is a billable or not billable, so you can make a customized field according to you, and a percentage of completion of task, whether you want to get a productivity of your task, like how many tasks has been in a 50% has been completed, or 60% has been completed, you can have accordingly. So these are the features which should be rolled out in 2 years. Now talking about competitive advantage. First is this is a user-friendly product, no complex feature that will confuse you. Secondly, a competitive pricing, which we have given a 15 days free trial with via early bird subscription offer also. We are giving a early bird subscription. And third, you can have a easy accessibility of support and tutorial videos to how to use this platform. So now I would like to proceed with our demo. So I'll just go to our website. So www.taskopad.com is basically a website where you can directly sign up from our website. So we have 15 days free trial going on. So you can directly log in, sign up from here. Yeah, so you can directly sign up from here. So you don't need to pay anything while using our 15 days free trial, no credit card information, nothing. You can directly go to our website and sign up and use our software. So let's go to our software. I'll just walk through to our Taskopad demo. So this is what the Taskopad dashboard will look like. Here you can have all the tasks which are doing soon, the recent project going under your organization, the recent discussion, and the notes which you have pinned in. And on the left-hand panel, you can have all the features, that is task, project, discussion, DMS, reports, and notes. So let's go to our Taskopad. Because you will be the new subscriber, what you have to do is you need to go on to this organization management. You can create your multiple companies over here. As I have created 6 or 7 companies, I can directly have a look from here. Let's go to one of the companies which we have created as a JCA Private Limited, which is basically within examples with CA firm. So I'll go on to this company. So here we have 5 tabs, which is the master creation. Basically, you have to do. So the status, we'll manage with the status, because whenever you opt for a new software, the software should know who all are your team members, the clients, because this is the one time you have to do. Then you can use our software, like you can have our features like task, project, discussion via mobile application also. So this is the thing you have to do first. You need to manage all your status from here. So what status are basically a workflow of your stages. Let's take an example. Whenever you allocate a task to your team member, it starts from pending, then it goes into in process, then it gets halfly completed, and then it gets wholly completed. So this is how you'll manage all your status from here, and you can color it, because whenever you'll go to task listing, the color which you have decided over here will appear in this task and as well as in report. And then from here, manage services. So this is something which is very which can be very useful, so to a CA form also, because you'll add a new service from here. Here you can give a service name. So let's take an example with 2 of them. You are giving the GST registration to a client which is non-recurring service, so you can give a directly service name and you can select no over here, and you can submit the particular service. But let's take an example. You are giving a service that is GST return filing, which is repeated on any monthly basis, or which is repeated on in any weekly basis, whatever the things are. So what you will do is you will just give the service name GST return filing, and from here you will say yes, and you will select the frequency monthly. And from here you will select the date on which the service should get completed, and you have to select the day on which day the task should get appear on your team member's dashboard. So he will be having 5 to 6 days to complete this task. Now as you have decided the service from you, now from here you will select who all your clients who are taking this service from you and who is going to perform this service with you, like for this particular client. So you can directly select the team members from here. So now what will happen, on every 25th, the task will automatically get generated on your team members dashboard, that you have to do this GST return filing for this particular client, Simran Jain. This should be completed by 31st, and that on 25th they'll get a notification, as well as the task will automatically get generated. So every time you don't need to create this particular task on monthly basis, automatically the software will do for you. So this is where service will come into picture. Then roles. So from here, you will decide what permission and authority you want to give to your team members, like whether he can edit the task, whether he can add the task, whatever the permission you will decide from here. Next, to manage clients. From here, you will manage all your clients together. Like we have an option of manual clients from here, or as well as a bulk upload from here. So you will manage all the clients information from here. So the client will automatically appear over here. Next is manage member. Manage member is somewhere where you have to manage all your team members via your portal only. So you can give a particular name and email ID. Whenever you enter their email ID, they'll get a verification link on their mail ID, and they'll be having their own Taskpad dashboard. So whatever the task you are assigning to them, they'll get to know. So this is all about master creation. Let's go to our main feature, that is task. So this is how the task dashboard will look like. Here you can have all the today's overdues and upcoming tasks from to dashboard itself. And while adding a task, let's go to add a new task. While adding a task, you'll be having 3 basic steps to complete a task. First is a task name, whatever the task name is. The due date, like you can also recur the task also. Like if you want to task to be recurred on a monthly basis or on a daily basis, you can customize by yourself. You can select the due date, first task name, due date, and thirdly, assign to the person who's going to assign on this task. You can also do it with multiple people also. So whenever you are assigning a task to your team members, the person will get a notification that you have been assigned in a task, and you have to do it by so and so person, and the creator is so and so person. So this is where the task, you can assign a task. Also, we have option of a status changing, where you can, if your team member is working on this particular task, so what she can do is she can change the status of this particular task from pending to in process. So as an admin, you'll get a notification that your team member has updated the status from pending to in process. So you'll be getting a notification, and you'll get to know the person has started working on this task. Also, you can set the priority, whether this task is on high priority, medium priority, or a low priority. And now we also have an option of comment section, where you can comment. You can have an internal communication within your team members. Let's take an example. If you want to ask some questions regarding this task, you can directly do it from this comment section, and you can attach file from here. So everything is under one platform where you can assign tasks, you can set the priorities, you can you can attach the documents, you can set the reminders. Also, as I told you, suppose you have a auditing to do the task, right? And you have 15 tasks under this particular auditing. So we also have an option of subtask where you can assign a task to different type of people to give a different name, and you can keep another due date for that also. So this is all about task, how you can assign tasks to your team members. Also, we gave a customized option. Let's take an example here. I'm getting a task name who has to be who has been assigned this task, created date, due date, status, and the service name. But now I want to customize it. Why I want to have a look of the close date also. So I can directly select it from here and I'll save it. So now my task dashboard will look like when it was created date, due date, the status, service name, and when it was closed. So this is how you can customize. So this was the list view which we have in our task feature. But next we also have come up with a Kanban board view where you can have a visualization of all the tasks together in a grid view. So you'll be getting an exact counting number, how many tasks you have in a in a pending, in process. You need to create this pipeline by the setting menu, and you can have multiple pipelines. I have created a multiple pipelines over here. Let's go to my board. So this is where you will get to know how many tasks are in pending, how many tasks are in process, how many need approval, how many documents approved, and how many are closed till now. So you'll be getting all the information directly from this board view. Let's take an example. If one of my team members, she is doing this, working on this particular task on audit report, what she can do is she can directly update this, drag and drop into in process. So the person who have created this task and the person who have assigned this task will get to know that Muskan has so and so person has started working from pending to in process. So this is all about Kanban board view. Nextly, I told you we have a calendar view also where you can have a visualization of the monthly tasks. So from here, let's take an example. On 3, you want to have a look of how many tasks do you have on the 3rd day. So I have 8 tasks to do to have on a 3rd day, and whenever you click on this particular task, all the tasks will appear over here. So you'll get to know on which date I should plan for another task, or I should plan for another any other things from a calendar view. So this is all about tasks where you can also search task via over here. Now a very interesting thing for you guys. So this is where my team things come into a picture. My team is basically, if someone is assigning a task to another team member, let's take an example. You have 10 team members in your company, and the other team members is assigning tasks to themselves, or they are assigning tasks to another team member, but they have not included you as an admin or as in follower. So they have not included it. But as an admin, you have option to have a look on all the tasks in which you have not been included. So this is where the team authorization and the super admin authorization comes into a picture. So next come to our project feature where you can have a project collaboration. I told you about let's take an example. If you are taking a service from a CS firm and you want to have a joint venture with their team members and your team members, so you can directly collaborate from here. You can enter some basic details and you can enter the email ID to whom you want to share this particular project within your team members. So you can make a project collaboration from here. And also whatever the projects you have created, so it will appear over here. You can create n numbers of projects. There is no limitation to create projects. Let's take an example. There is a project called income tax, and you want to assign tasks to your team members. So you can do the same functionality as you did in a task management from the task feature. You can assign tasks to different peoples. You can assign tasks to a project collaboration who is not basically into your organization. So you can collaborate with them also. You can have a Kanban board. You can have a calendar view also. So this is where the project collaboration will help you to collaborate with the third party. Nextly, a discussion that I told you, a one-to-one chat with your team member or a group things with your team members, the same like a WhatsApp or a Skype thing. So you can have a project, discussion from here. You can send a messages, you can pinpoint anyone. So this is where the discussion will come into picture. Next is DMS, that is document management system, which is very safe and secure. So we'll go to JCA Private Limited, which we have created as a company. Here we'll be having all the by default folders, like whatever the task you create, whatever the projects you create, whatever the the clients you create, and whatever the discussion you create. So all the files and folders which have been attached during this particular task you'll be able to have all the task name from here, the task folder, and all the files which have been attached during this particular task will appear over here. Automatically, this file will store under this particular folder. And you can also add your own customization folders and files from here. And if you want to share with any of your team members, you can do it. Or if you want to keep with yourself, you can directly say no over here. You can name the folder and you can make it done. Next is shared with me. All of the files which have been shared with you will appear over here, and my team DMS. So this is where something we have a very interesting thing. Let's take an example. As I told you, suppose there are 10 team members in your organization and they are sharing files to each other, but they are not including you as an admin, or they are not including you anywhere in the document management system, but they are keeping for themselves or sharing with another team members. So as an admin, you will be having a authority to have all the DMS together from here, in which you have not been included, and you'll be getting the owner name, like who have attached this file and when it gets last modified, and you will be having the option to delete it also. So this is what all about DMS. Next, go to reporting. So as of now, we have one reporting live, but we are coming with the 3 by end of this week. We are coming, sorry, not on Monday. So we are coming with three reports also. I'll show you one of the report, user wise task report. So from here, I can select all the parameters whom I want to have. Just a second. Yeah, so here I want to have the team members, the 4 team members, I want to have their reports. I can directly select all the status, and I need to select the parameters, like on which date I want to have a monthly look. So what I can do is I'll select from July to August. I want to have a look of all the reports which are going, what are the task status and everything. So for every person, you will be having a bar graph and a pie chart too from here with a percentage of your status. Let's take an example. There was a team member called Dipanshu. So there are 4 tasks for Dipanshu, which are 1 in quotation, 1 in follow-up, 1 in process, and 1 in pending. With percentage wise, you'll be getting that Dipanshu have 25% in a pending quotation status. For follow-up, he have 25%, in process, he have 25%. So you can get all the reports of every person in your organization. You can get your reports too. As an admin, you can get your reports, so what you have done till over here. So you'll be getting all this with the summary. And also you can export this whole reporting into Excel form or a PDF form. So you'll be having a record of every reports going under, or every activities or every task going under your organization. Lastly, we have a notes, that is a sticky notes kind of, which I told you before. We have a notes application where you can, because every work you do is not your task. So just to remember anything, you have to enter it from here and you need to submit it. So whenever you'll pin the particular note, it will appear in your dashboard. So I have pinned 2 of my notes, so it is appearing on my dashboard. And now we also have a personalized folder of everyone, like personalized activities, like personalized folder. So let's take an example. There is a team member called Muskan Kotari, and Muskan Kotari is the person whom I'm assigning a lot of tasks. So you can directly add a task from here. So now you have to only do the 2 basic steps, the task name and the due date, because Muskan Kotari will already be in the assigned to. And now you want to have a look of Muskan Kotari, which she has been assigned in a board view, like whatever the task she has been assigned, and you want to have a look from board view. So you as a team member, as an admin, you will be you had a 165 task in pending, but you have given out of 165, you have given 89 tasks to Muskan Kotari, which is in pending. So you can directly have a look from here, how many Muskan tasks are in pending or how many are in process, whatever the status you have created. And also from the calendar view, you can get a picture of whole month look from Muskan Kotari. Like whether it's on Sunday, she have 2 tasks to do, on 3 days, she have 3 tasks to do, but she's free on 16th. So you can make a task accordingly from here. And also you can filter wise, like how many tasks have been closed by Muskan Kotari in August month. So you can directly have a look from here. So this is what the filtration is all about. So this is what Taskopad offers. You will be notified everything will with this bell icon, whether the task has been updated or the due date or the task is marked as completed, the task gets completed. So everything will be defined from here. Also, you'll be getting a notification whenever the task will be has been assigned to you. You'll be getting a desktop notification, the bell icon notification, as I told you, the email notification. You'll be getting an email whenever the task has been assigned to you. And 4th, if you have downloaded the mobile application, you can assign a mobile, from mobile, you can assign a task to your team members. You can track their day-to-day activities. So from mobile application, if you have downloaded the app, you will be getting a push notification for that also. So this is what Taskopad offers. Let's go to again to our yeah. So where the Taskopad is useful. So is this for my business? I have a question is that if anyone have question, is this for my business? Yes, it is for every business, like those who have a dependency of work, those who have a accountability, like they have to answer their senior whether the task has been completed by them or not. So it is useful for every CA, CS firm, law firms, BPO, KPO firm, and every kind of business who have a dependency of work on each other. Now where this task software has been supported, it is in iOS also, Android also, Apple also, and in Windows also. Yeah. So let's come into the pricing plans. So we have 15 days free trial going on. So you can directly go to our website and you can avail our 15 days free trial where you can add your 20 members. And once you get comfortable with our software, you can go to our early bird subscription or the standard subscription. But the most recommendable is our early bird subscription, because we have a option where if you are going this on annual basis, it is 190 per user per month, 190. But if you're doing this, if you're going for this subscription on an annual basis, you will be getting 4 years extension free. Like buying for 1 year, you'll be getting 5 years to use our software. So this is the scheme we have going on. Secondly, we have a standard subscription, which is on discounted rate, which is for 120 per user per month. But here it is validated for only for 1 year. So you need to renew it every year. So if you are, if you are comfortable with the Taskopad software and you are managing your day-to-day activities and you are using our 15 days free trial, I recommend you to go for the early bird subscription, because it is way more the advantages for you. So yeah, thank you so much. This is the contact us policy. If anyone have any questions regarding Taskopad or task management software, they can contact us on this number, or as well as they can mail us on this number. Yeah, so I'm done. Anyone having any questions regarding this?
If anyone have a doubt, they can ask in the chat box regarding the task management. Today we had a session on the task management, and Simran Jain, who is working with the one software, name is Taskopay. ये software task management के लिए काम करता है. So Simran Jain ने हमको how to manage the task वो Taskopay software से समझाया. If anyone having a doubt, तो वो chat box में हमको पूछ सकता है. Otherwise, we will end our session here. Okay. Nobody having a doubt. Thank you so much, Simran, for having this wonderful session. Hope this points will helpful to everyone regarding their task management.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was great opportunity for me to explain what task management software is. If anyone have any questions, they can personally call on our mobile number. I'll share the mobile I have shared on our website also. So for any live demo session or anything, you can contact us.
On behalf of Ahmedabad branch of ICAI, thank you so much to everyone, and thank you so much to Simran. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.